Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video is part one of my little mini series, I guess. So every single year I post a eyeshadow palette collection video. That is the one video I've posted every single year. And I usually post it in January. Last year I didn't post it till later in the year. But I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys still wanted to see it, and literally heaps of you said yes. And then I asked, because I know these videos are becoming popular again, if you guys wanted to see like a collection video of every single product just shown in like its own little category, and heaps of you said yes to that as well. I don't know if I'll be using the same intro for every single one of these. I guess we'll find out. This is just the one I'm filming for today. Possibly the next upload as well, because I might be able to get through 2 of these sections today depending on time. But that is what we're doing. I want to say before we start that I do have a rather large collection of makeup. I don't love using the word collection because I feel like it makes people think that it's things that you don't use. I truthfully do a fairly good job at filtering through my products and changing up what I'm using and what I'm not using. Now, I am going to do primers. I'm going to do each of these in like I said, their category themselves, but most of my collection is eyeshadow palettes. I might save that for last. Oh, I'm sorry. Olive just hit the tripod. I might save that for last because I have an entire small Alex unit. I think it's 5 drawers. Yeah, 5 drawers of just eyeshadow palettes. Everything else in my collection is actually in this Alex unit behind me. All my eyeshadow palettes are in this one next to me, and I have a bunch of them. I want to get more. I didn't really get a whole lot of makeup last year, so yay me. But this year I have a lot of new indie brands I want to try. I have a lot of new palettes I want to try. I have a lot of new things I want to try in general. So we might be growing this year, I'm not sure. I did not film this look that I'm wearing today. I actually just kind of did it sitting here playing with makeup, some new things to me, some things I just haven't used in a minute. And I like it. It's a fun little spring look. I don't really ever do these really simple one wash of color kind of all over the lid type of look, but I'm kind of liking it. I think it's really fun. I think it's working well with this primer that I use, which I will talk about, of course, eventually. But make sure you subscribe before you leave, and let's get started. So I am upside down to me, and on the viewfinder, to me, like, I'm upside down. So hopefully I hold things correctly. So I just need to make sure that it's like this. It needs to be upside down for it to be right side up for you. So today we are starting with primers and setting sprays. I think I might actually be able to turn this other unit off. No, just kidding. Maybe just have it on just a little bit. Primers and setting sprays. Some of these primers are traditional like skincare products that I use for primers. But we're gonna go over and do mini reviews over everything, and I'm gonna try to speed through these as fast as I can, just because I do have quite a bit in my collection, and if I go through everything in total fairly slowly, we'll be here forever, and I'm already gonna be here a long time. So I put all of my primers and setting sprays in this little plastic bin that I had just sitting around my room from Dollar Tree, pretty much just to get them out of the drawer and onto my desk. So this is what we're working with. I do apologize for the makeup stains on my desk, but here we are. Oh my goodness, my phone's vibrating, I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is everything right here, everything. I'm going to start with primers, I think, because I have more of them. And I'm gonna start with, I think, the ones in these little pots. So the very first one is this Clinique Moisture Surge. This is like a teeny tiny little sample size from Ulta Beauty. I've actually used an entire one of these up. I love this moisturizer. I want to try a lot from this line. I really, really like this. I haven't really used this little bitty one because I'm kind of saving it for when I really need deep, deep moisture, but I love this product right here. I think it's very comparable to the Winky Lux Dream Jelly Hydrator. They have repackaged this since I bought mine, but this is what it looks like here. It's a very similar consistency and it does a very similar thing. In my opinion, this is one of my favorite moisturizers to put on before my makeup. I have dry skin and this just works beautifully. This might be a little too moisturizing if you have oily skin, but if you have dry skin like me, you will love this. And I have liquid eyeliner on my fingers. It's okay. I gotta make sure that the lid stays on because I don't want it to dry out. And then I also use this. This is the Glassy Pretty Filter Skin Balm from Touch in Sol. This is another product that I use very similarly to the Clinique one. It's very, very similar. It's not as moisturizing. As you can see here, it's kind of more like a traditional body butter type of texture. It's very moisturizing. It does give a very nice, pretty glow, but it's not one that I reach for a ton, truthfully. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I don't think I would have bought it had I not received it in a BoxyCharm. I do like it, but again, it's not anything super special in my collection. I do like it though. And then a product that is nice in the middle between the Winky Lux and the Touch in Sol for me is the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. This is not insanely moisturizing or hydrating for that matter. It is very nice. I think if you have oily skin, you would love this for hydration because it's not super impactful, but it does hydrate enough to where it looks pretty underneath makeup as well. Again, I don't know how much what my chances are of repurchasing this after I'm out. I like it, but I definitely use my Winky Lux one more. But I like it. It's just a little like deluxe size that I got in a kit to try. So I'm happy that I tried it and I didn't pay full price for the big one. But I do like this one more. It is more hydrating, like I said, but I do like this one more than this one. And then this is the Winky Lux Whipped Cream Primer. In my latest tutorial as the day I'm filming this, this is the primer that I used there. This does have the texture of whipped cream. I think this is a lovely primer for smoothing out texture, having foundation just glide over top. This is beautiful. It's very similar, in my opinion, to, let me put the lid back on this, to this one, the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. Now, they're not exactly the same, but on my skin, they pretty much do the exact same thing. They blend out, they blend out to where foundation just glides over top. They do a really good job of hiding texture and things like that. I think this one would be more suitable for oily skin and this one's more suitable for dry skin. I use both of these interchangeably. I've gone through several of these mini mineral infused ones. Like this is not the full, like the big size. I need to get that one because I just keep repurchasing this, but it's really, really nice. And the Winky Lux one is also drugstore, but it's a little bit more expensive. So if you're looking for something that's similar, I would go with the e.l.f. one compared to this one. And then we have two eye creams. These are some of the skincare products that I use in my makeup routine. So this is the Sephora Brightening Eye Cream. Looks like this. I like to put these on underneath my foundation and concealer when I feel like my under eyes are really, really dry. Like I said, I have dry skin, so that does happen, especially in the winter time. I like to just put this on over top, or if I'm using a more matte foundation or concealer, I like to just put these on. I do like the Sephora one, but my personal favorite out of the two is the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. This is more moisturizing. They're very similar in consistency, as you guys can see, but this one is definitely more moisturizing, so that's why I prefer it. This one is also way more expensive. Will I repurchase this? I don't know. I really don't know, because it's so expensive, and this is very similar. Like, it's very, very similar. I do like this one more, but again, very similar. So I don't think that I necessarily need both. Ravioli's helping. This I got from Sephora. I don't think this is the full size. I'm honestly not sure. This Sephora actually sent this to me. And then this I got in a BoxyCharm. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have Ravioli hanging out for a minute. He'll get bored and leave. Okay, so let's start with the two that I have in my everyday makeup bin. I have a little bin that is similar to the one that I have all these products in, but it's not the same thing. The one that I'm using for like an everyday makeup bin is from Target, and it's like thicker, but I don't have drawers in my desk. So I use this bin to put products in that I need to use more or use up, and like film with or form final opinions on, things like that. So these two are actually living in that bin right now. This is the Josie Maran Pure Argan Milk Intensive Hydrating Treatment. I got this as a gift, and I don't know if I would have purchased this had I not received it as a gift. It leaves a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dewy finish behind, but I don't think the hydrating claim is necessarily true. It's not super hydrating to me. It just kind of gives a nice glow to the skin. I love the glow, but I have other products here that I can achieve a very similar effect with. So by the time I'm gonna finish this up, because like I said, it was a gift and it's pretty small. I don't think this is the full size. I think this is a deluxe sample, but I'm gonna finish this up, and I don't know if I'll repurchase it. I haven't used it a ton, but that's kind of like my thought on it. And then this one is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Illuminate. They don't even make this primer anymore. This I do like. It does definitely give a luminosity to the skin, but I just need to finish it up. I've had it for quite a while. It's still good, but I just need to finish it up. And I shouldn't do swatching or anything, but I do want to show you how beautiful this primer really is. Like, I literally took the smallest amount, as you guys saw there, and just look at the glow. I mean, you can see it still with that tiny, tiny amount. It's a beautiful glow. I wish they would bring this back. I know they have like a different formula one. I haven't tried that one, but I hear that they're not the same. So sadly, this isn't discontinued, but I just need to finish it up, and I do quite like it though. But if you can't get your hands on this newer, updated one, or you don't like that one as much as you did this one, I find that this product is very similar. This is the, what is it called? Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer in Champagne. This is like a little deluxe sample, and mine's getting quite old. I need to actually finish this up because, as you can see, it's starting to become discolored. But I have had this for a long time, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was getting bad. It still smells fine. To me, the smell is kind of what I really focus on. And you can make makeup products last if you take good care of them, but obviously pay close attention to them, and don't use something you're uncomfortable with. But that is the glow there. It's very similar. This one definitely gives a bit more of a glow to it, but they're very, very similar. This one has more of a hydrating feel to it than the Maybelline one does, but they're both very similar. I do really like this one, but I think I really need to get this out and finish it up. I'm almost out. Like, I've almost used this completely up, but as you can see, it's starting to cling to the sides a little strangely, but it smells fine, and it still performed just fine on my hand. But again, when you're using older products, just be mindful, and things like that. And it's your makeup. You can do what you want with it. That is my take on that. Okay, where should we go from here? Let's do another squeezy tube because we're almost out of those. This is the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer in Coconut. I love this. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful moisturizing product and it gives a nice glow to the skin. It does kind of smell like clay cat litter in my opinion, but the smell does not last. And I still really like it. I really like this product and it's from the drugstore. It's beautiful and I have quite a bit of this gone. Like as you can, I don't know if actually you guys can see, but I have quite a bit of this gone and I really, really enjoy this product. Okay, we can do this one, although it has to lay down, so maybe that's not the best one to go with, but we'll go ahead and do this one. This is the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I have gone back and forth with this product so many times. I've decluttered it, pulled it back, decluttered it, pulled it back, I think like 2 or 3 times. My problem with this product is it really only gives a glow. And I'm fine with products like that, as you can see, but I feel like it's just too oily for just a glow. But when I do use it, I love it. This is also very, very similar in like the finish that it leaves on the skin to the Maybelline and Laura Geller one. This one is newer to me as well. It does leave a nice like dewy finish behind, but it provides a little bit more moisture since it is an oil. If you're oily, I don't know if you would love this, but if you're dry or normal, you would probably really enjoy this. Again, I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't think this would have been a product that I would have purchased. At the time when I received this, I really wasn't, I'm throwing things. I really wasn't into oils all that much, but I do like this one. I'm gonna stop trying to declutter it because clearly I really enjoy it, or I'm afraid of missing out or something because I keep pulling it back and I keep using it. So I'm just gonna keep testing it out and apparently keep dropping it as well. Okay, then we have the NYX Total Control Drop Primer. This is, I believe, the only mattifying primer that I have. I have dry skin, so I don't use products like this all the time, which is why I don't have that many mattifying primers and things like that. But on days where it's really, really humid or my skin is like just acting up, which happens from time to time, this is a good product to have. It is very good at keeping the skin matte. So if you have oily skin, you would absolutely love this. I do really like the foundation of this, even though I am dry. I just use a moisturizing primer with it and I have no problems with it, but I do like the foundation a little bit more than I like the primer. But again, it's fantastic keeping the skin matte. Then we have the e.l.f. Glow Illuminating, or e.l.f. Glow Primer Stick, I'm sorry. I love this. This does give a beautiful glow to your skin and it is fantastic. I love this. And I think next round, I'm not gonna leave all the products in the background because I think it's quite distracting, but I love this. I've used a good chunk of this. Like if I want to like wind it down, you can see just how much of this I've used. I love this product. They do have a matte one for oily skin, and I prefer this one. I did have the Glow like setting mist or whatever it's called, and I did not like that product, but I do like this one. And I use this quite often and I still really, really like it. This is another skincare product. Let me go ahead and just move all of this to the side a little bit. I think maybe next round we'll have a different kind of situation, but this is the Elemis Superfood Hydration Juice. This is a skincare product again, but I really like this for a primer. It does leave a nice tacky base behind. It's not too tacky to where it's uncomfortable because I don't love a sticky base, but it does kind of settle down and it has that property to where foundation really sticks to it, and it is a cooling sensation. So in the summertime, this is a beautiful product to wear. And it does have a slight green tint to it. So on days where my skin is kind of a little bit more red, this is a really nice product to have. This is like the only green tinted primer that I have, and I like it. I don't really love too many green tinted primers that I've tried in the past, but I do like this one. This is the Merle Norman 24 Karat Gold Firming Foundation Primer. This primer is expensive. I do love the packaging, how it has the pump that goes up so you get all of the product out. I love products like that. But I do have some critiques with this product. One, I don't know if it's actually firming or not. It does leave a beautiful glow to the skin that I do love, but that's pretty much all this product does. And you know, I have several other products that I like a lot more than this one that does the same thing. So I don't think I'll repurchase it. I probably will finish it, but I don't know. I still have like half a bottle left. I don't know if I'll declutter it or if I will just finish using it. It is a nice primer. Things go on top very lovely, but it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. And I have other products that do very similar things I like more than this one. So I don't know. I may or may not declutter. I guess we'll find out in the future, but I do like it. Is it worth the money? No. It's not, in my opinion. Okay, this is the Wet n Wild BFF Best Friends Forever Hydrating and Brightening Primer Mist. This is the Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection. I did an entire review video over this collection. This product is stunning, and if I hold it kind of upright a little bit, you can see like the champagne colors just sort of like moving around in here. I love this. This is a beautiful primer. I do think that it's more of just a illuminating type of product. I get the hydrating claim, but I don't really see it. You know, like it's not super hydrating in my opinion. It does give a beautiful finish. This is very similar to kind of the glowy like primers I've talked about before, but it is in like a spray form and it is so cute. I mean, so cute. I was a big fan of this collection as a whole, and I still really enjoy it. And the packaging is just so cute. 3 more, so we'll go over these 2 first. These I love. So this is the Laura Mercier foundation primer. This is just the original one. I got mine because they were repackaging, so I had it like, it was like on a sale and I got it and I love it. This is a beautiful hydrating primer and it leaves my skin beautiful. Foundations go on top beautifully. Everything that I've used with this looks beautiful, and the same goes with the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I think I'm the last person on the planet to try this product and I am in love. It smells like coconut and it leaves a beautiful hydrated dewy finish behind. This is probably one of my favorite primers I've ever tried, and I really do like this one as well. These are just beautiful, and I kind of use these interchangeably between each other, but I do love both of them. And then the last primer is actually brand new to me. I've only used it once, and that is today. In the intro, I was wearing this. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is in the shade Fair 1. I really liked the way that this looked on my skin. It was beautiful, glowy. I think my foundation looks really nice on top. It is very liquidy. It's a lot more liquidy than I was anticipating it being. I actually spilled it all over my desk when I first opened it because I wasn't expecting it to be so liquidy. But I do understand the hype around this product. It looks stunning. It looks beautiful. And I'm definitely going to keep using this. This is probably one of the best first impressions on a product I've had in a long time, and I just love that because this is a very hyped around product and I understand the hype. It's beautiful. So now let's get into some setting sprays. I don't have an absurd amount of them, but I do have quite a few. So we're gonna start with some little ones. This is the Body Shop Cocoa Calming Face Mist. This is definitely more of a skincare product, but I use it as a setting spray and it works fine. And I also use it for like a refreshing spray or like freshen up spray, finishing spray, setting spray. I kind of use them all the same, but this I love for that. It is beautiful. It doesn't make my foundation or makeup look weird in any way. I like this for a finishing spray and a refreshing spray, replenishing spray. I'm not entirely sure what the word I'm looking for, but I like this one and this one for that purpose. This is the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray. I use these two interchangeably between the two of them. This one I do think has a more aggressive sprayer, and it is technically a setting spray, but I do like both of them. To me, they're very similar. They do very similar things for me. Do I need both? Probably not, but this one is almost gone, so I think I'm just gonna finish it up. I do kind of like the sprayer on the Body Shop one more, which makes me like this product a little bit more, but again, they're very similar. Then we have the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray in the scent Peach. This was gifted to me, and I do like the setting spray. It's really nice. It absorbs powder really well. But I think if I were to repurchase this, which I could see myself doing, it would be a different scent. It's not that I hate the smell of peach, but I just don't really love a setting spray smelling like peach. I actually don't like peaches. So, you know, that's kind of my thought there, but I do like the setting spray as its own, and I haven't really heard a lot about Gerard Cosmetics in a long time. They used to be like the brand everybody talked about, and I feel like that now it's just not anymore. But I do like this. And then my last little bitty one is the NYX Matte Finishing Spray. This is the only matte spray that I actually have, and I do like it. It does a very good job of keeping the skin matte. I kind of have the same thoughts behind this as I do the primer. Very nice for keeping the skin matte. Am I crazy about it? No, but it does work. And that's why I just have like a little one, because I don't really use mattifying products all that much. And then we'll go to this one. This is in my everyday bin. This is the Milani Make It Last Original. I think I'm the last person to try this product as well. I love it so far. I've used it a handful of times, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It is beautiful. It makes my makeup last. It absorbs extra powder. It doesn't leave a weird like finish to my skin. I really enjoy it. Then we have the Wet n Wild FUN Purifying Setting Mist. I love this. Again, if this was a permanent product, I would 100% use it a lot more. I know that's dumb. Like, I just need to use it because I have it, and I'm starting to do it a little bit more, but I still love this product. It is so good. This is one of the best products that Wet n Wild made in that whole collection, in my opinion. I love this. Love this, love this, love this. It's beautiful. Then I have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I still need to try this a little bit more. I've only worn it a few times. I do like it. I like the smell. I like the continuous sprayer, but I don't know if I'm wowed by the product itself. But I do wish that more brands did the continuing setting mist type of container, because I think it is so easy to use. It's very, very simple to use versus just like continuously having to click. It's very friendly on people with carpal tunnel, in my opinion, as well, because they don't have to click so many times. And then we have two products that are very similar to each other. I have compared these on my channel for a long time. This is the Merle Norman Expert Touch Finishing Spray and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray. I love both of these, but in my opinion, they're almost identical, if not identical products. This is my second one of each of these, and yes, I knew that going in, that they were like essentially the same thing. I just like both of them. But going forward, am I going to continue to buy the Merle Norman one? I don't know, truthfully. I really like the Merle Norman one, but the L'Oreal one is just so much easier for me to get, and it extends my makeup wear time versus this one doesn't really do that. Other than that, they're virtually the same. They both absorb powder. They both set makeup beautifully. That is all my primer and setting spray. Not an insane amount, but definitely more than your average person needs. But again, that is part one, or video one, or section one, whatever you want to call it, of the makeup collection. And that is all of my primers and setting sprays. I keep them in the same drawer, so that is why I did them together. I know some people are going to be upset that I didn't do them in order of like how you would use them, but I don't know, I just keep them in the same drawer, so I feel like it made sense in my brain. But that is everything. Make sure you guys subscribe before you leave, and I will see you for the next section here soon.